Here comes the soundtrack. Welcome to Teen Quarantine, personal and professional development training for teenagers that connects the art of acting with critical life skills and self-mastery. Presented by the Deering Acting Studio. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we've got a very special guest on Teen Quarantine. We've been waiting. We scheduled her about a week ago, so this is an exciting
No, about
day.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, and then it got rescheduled to last week, and now it's rescheduled for now.
Nice. Okay, well,
Yeah.
we're really happy to have you on. Addie, how you doing today?
I am bored.
You're bored. Huh, I wonder
Yeah.
why.
I know, like, why could I be bored? And I was waiting all day for my package to come, and just as the theme song was playing, I heard the doorbell ring.
Really?
Yeah,
What's
so I think my package is here.
What's in the package?
It's something from my friend.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because one thing we've been doing is she felt sick a few weeks ago, and so I decided to give her a present. So you know those reversible sequin pillows?
What was that?
You know those pillows that, like, if you flip it one way, it's like one picture, but if you flip it the other way, it's
Oh,
another picture?
yeah, with the sparkles?
She was feeling sick, so I got her one of those. One side was just blue, and one side was a picture of Nicolas Cage.
That's hilarious.
And she sent me back one that had Dwight on it from The Office.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Will you go ahead and just show our audience? Oh my gosh, it's him with the baloney face. That's great. So is that one of the ways you're keeping contact with your friends then, is just kind of sending them stuff and having that little guessing game back and forth of gift giving?
Yes.
That's fun. I might do that. I love that idea. That's cool. So what would you say is something that you do every day during quarantine to keep yourself occupied besides school?
I don't know. I don't even really do school. I eat ramen a lot.
I ate ramen for lunch this afternoon, so I feel that on a very deep level.
I did too.
Yeah, I will tell you. All right, what's your favorite flavor? Let's go.
I'm vegetarian, so like most of them have like chicken, but like one brand doesn't have like chicken flavoring or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So that one.
All right. Right on. You're a vegetarian?
Yeah.
How long?
My whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive. I did not know that about you. That's cool.
It's like at some point it's not hard.
Really?
Because I'm just used to it.
Yeah. So what's your favorite, like, before quarantine, what's your favorite restaurant to go to because you're vegetarian? Like, what has the most options, would you say?
I like Thai food, but I also like Mexican.
Thai
So
food?
Thai. Yeah.
Nice.
So there's this one restaurant I would go to every Thursday after acting. Moto. I get the same thing every time. My brother gets the same thing. We all get the same thing.
So is your whole family vegan or vegetarian, or is it just you?
Me, my brother, my mom. My dad isn't.
Is there a reason, or just 'cause?
Just 'cause. And like everyone else eats fish, but I don't eat fish.
Oh, gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. I would have literally never known that. That's hard, like, to go vegetarian for that long. I mean, you're probably right. After a certain amount of time, it becomes easier, but I couldn't imagine doing that myself.
Just I don't really want like meat, like ever.
Yeah. I don't think I could do it, to be very honest with you. I love meat.
Like I just don't want bacon, like ever, or a burger. It doesn't seem good.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so segueing into the next thing, what would you say is the hardest part for you so far in quarantine?
Hardest part? I don't know. Everything time I've just been like super confused about everything that's happening. Like it's been hard to concentrate on anything.
Yeah.
Like I'll try to practice my script and I get like lost and it's kind of confusing. or like I'll try to do schoolwork and it just like gets frustrating. But I blame that mostly on one of my teachers because her work is just crazy.
Yeah, online learning is really really hard, especially in a situation like this where nobody was really expecting it. So I definitely feel that. I did all 4 years of high school, all my classes were online. So I did drama and choir in person, but I did everything else online for the most part. And it brings a ton of challenge because you have that self-discipline. Some teachers are more communicative than others. And with this situation specifically, I find it interesting because I don't know how I would deal with it. Because I used to find myself getting frustrated with online teachers because that was their job. Like they were online teachers and they wouldn't communicate well. But the thing about that I had to tell myself is like, oh, you have no idea how many students they have because they're online. But for this, like, I feel even worse for the teachers because a lot of them were never planning to be an online teacher ever. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the same way that it's hard for the students, it's just as hard with the teachers, but it's hard for both parties to give grace in that way because like you just want to get your work done and know what to do and get help, and the teacher wants to know how to work the sessions and get the students on camera, and when they're just used to running emails most of the time. So it
Yeah.
definitely is a interesting point in schooling for sure.
And it's just like it's not easy to be motivated by it because it's not even for a grade. You can do it just to do it and you'll improve your grade. But like I got like I got like a 99 in language arts last quarter, and like my grades for this quarter are the same as for last quarter, so I don't feel like I need to do extra work for that.
Totally. Is that
And
because it's something that you're not interested in or
it's
because
just
you
like
don't know
I have
what
a
to
good
do?
grade already. Like it's just like I have a good grade in it already, and I don't really want to do it, so I'm just not going to do it.
Gotcha. Do you have a schedule for yourself that you use during quarantine, or are you just like kind of going with the motions right now?
I don't know. So like usually I'll just check my homework, get
Okay.
get through math, like get through math, and then like see my science homework and get really annoyed because just my science teacher has been crazy. Like
Really?
we are given an assignment on genetics, and like the and the last page was just like on the last page of like a genetics worksheet, it said, "Have you accepted God with all your heart?" and had like 5 Bible quotes. I don't know why. We go to public school and like the links wouldn't work, and I emailed her like, "Hey, what's happening?" I emailed her like every day for like 2 weeks, and she never responded.
Yeah. That's definitely frustrating. Again, the only piece I could give you there is I'd imagine that it probably is something that's super unintentional and not towards you at all. That gives me peace a lot of times when I pull myself away from the situation and I'm like, okay, if this person's acting weird, is it about me or is this just something that they're going through, and they might not tell me that they're going through it, but like can I tell that it's not about me and they just need to be given grace in this way. So that's
Yeah.
the only advice I would give you is when teachers do that, do exactly what you're doing. Continue to email them, continue to talk to them on a daily basis, but just don't allow yourself to get frustrated with them because they are going through something that we can't really um, understand. Because teachers, they go to school and they understand that they're not going to get like high paychecks. They do it for the love of teaching, and they get the summers off and it's great, and they love what they do, most of them. But they come in this because they have a passion to teach. But not everybody has a passion to teach online because they like the human interaction that they get with the students. They like to inspire them in that way. So I'd imagine I know a couple of the people in my family are teachers, and they struggle not seeing their students anymore. So that's just one of those things where you have to sort of take yourself away from the situation and go, okay, how can I give grace to these people? Because the same pain that I'm feeling, they're probably feeling on a deeper level times 30 students, And the truth is, not every student is as nice as you are, truthfully, to their teachers. So just imagine the amount of emails they have to deal with that are totally anger based, and they can't really do anything about that either. Like, they're just trying to calm down the fire a little bit right now.
Yeah. Also, we only had her for like 2 months though. Like we only had her for 2 months, and then quarantine happened, and then she got fired. She got fired after 2 months, so I'm pretty sure she's mad about that too.
Yeah, probably.
She also had my brother right before me, and I'm pretty.
Oh,
She didn't like my brother. She said she didn't like my brother.
I know all about that. My brother Brian went to the same high school as me in middle school and everything, and he was not a great kid in school. So I got there a couple years later, and everybody like had this target on my back as if I was a bad kid because they knew what my brother did in their classrooms, and I was like, guys, I'm I'm just here to learn and like smile and talk to my friends like. But my last name had a very bad rep for a while because Brian was in school before me.
Yeah, but the weird thing is about my school is like, so my brother's in 7th grade and I'm in 8th grade,
Mm-hmm.
or was, whatever is happening, and like for some reason for like science, the 7th grade, like the school only wants to have one science teacher. So like the 7th graders get her the first half of the year, and the 8th graders get her the second half of the year.
Interesting.
She knew my brother before she knew me, and I've
And
told
he's
her.
younger.
Yeah, he's younger.
That's weird. See, I've
Yeah,
I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
like they switched like the history and the science teacher. So like for the first semester, I didn't have any science. I just had history, and right now he has just history, no science.
Dang, I kind of like that. I think that's interesting.
Oh no, it sucks because the history teacher is the best. He is
Mm.
everybody's favorite teacher. He knows he is the favorite, but everyone hates the science teacher because like all the kids complain about him, and like she got like a ton of emails from angry parents like while she was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
She's fired now.
Just,
So
just, just imagine this though. Like, you can make yourself a hero in this way because the reason that I like that system is if you have a bad teacher, you only have them for half the year.
yeah,
So
but
you're able to switch and learn from somebody who you admire, who you feel like you connect with better versus being stuck with somebody that you don't necessarily click with for a whole year. If you go halfway, then at least you get a teacher you like half the year, and then maybe the other half year you're like, okay, now it's where the hard work comes in to try to be positive in this environment. But at least every kid gets the good teacher, because that's something I know I experienced going through high school. Was I would get so mad if I had a teacher that I didn't like, and then all my friends were talking about the same subject, same exact class, but they had a different teacher who was super awesome, and I was like, how come I don't get that teacher?
yeah, and like what? But the wait, but the thing is, for 8th grade, like you have to do like standardized testing for science, and she can't teach. She's not good at teaching. And our last science teacher wasn't a science teacher. She was an English teacher. Like she
Hmm,
had a degree for teaching English. She was only teaching science because the school district couldn't get anyone else to teach. So like
gotcha.
she didn't know what she was doing. This teacher didn't know what she was doing. And we were supposed to have like standardized testing for on stuff we hadn't even like started to learn yet.
I hate
And I'm very
standardized
glad
tests.
that got canceled. Like very glad. I would have done very bad.
Yeah, for sure. So going
Mm-hmm.
into back into just daily routines and stuff, is there anything you've been working to learn during quarantine, like a new skill, a new hobby, just something new that you're wanting to pick up while you have all this extra time on your hands?
I don't know. I kind of want to like order like like some of those stuff online where it's like learn how to do this and stuff. But like
Mm,
I don't because it's money and I can't think of anything to do here. I tried painting and I got bored of it.
that's
And it's just
hilarious.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, you sent in those commercials and we watched them, and by the way, they were great. They were hilarious.
they're very good.
They were really good. How did you do that?
Just iMovies.
Okay, is that something you do frequently? Did you just do this for fun or what?
I did it because I was bored.
That's awesome. So that's exactly the type of stuff I'm talking about, because that's something where, like, speaking for myself, I was a self-taught editor. I had no clue how to edit anything before a year and a half ago. So I just kind of learned little things as I went on. I watched YouTube videos, and I was still doing stuff here with camera work and other stuff. So not all of my time was focused there all the time. So I would encourage you, because honestly, it was hilarious. Like, you have a creative mind where you can use that. That's something you could definitely work on when you feel like you have nothing to do and you're unmotivated. Like, focus some of your creative energy on learning new things about editing and creating, like, scripts or funny videos or whatever, because that's something that'll kill your time, but in a positive way that you can use once this is all over as well.
Yeah.
Well, is there any questions you have for us?
I can't think of any.
You can't
I sent
think
in
of
some,
anything.
didn't I?
Brian, did you send in questions?
Yeah, I can jump back in on.
All right, Brian's gonna jump back in, but before he does, I mean, how stoked are you that DeAndre Hopkins is a Cardinal, Addie?
I'm very happy.
Yes, let's go.
No, like when my dad, I found out about it before him, and my dad, that like David Johnson and like DeAndre Hopkins are trading, and like my dad came back from work, he's like, oh, Dave Johnson's gone. I'm like, we have a new guy who's better, and like we have like Kenyon Drake who's like better, and DeAndre Hopkins, because like Fitzgerald can't be there forever.
He's not gonna be there forever. No, I think this is gonna be his last year. So we gotta make
if we play this year.
That's true. We gotta pray for that. We gotta pray that we make it back for football season, because that's a very.
I'm
big
just
deal.
glad the Super Bowl happened before all this.
That's true. Yeah, and it was one for the books. I mean, who doesn't love watching the 49ers lose? It's great. It was really fun. Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
And I like the Chiefs anyway. They're my third favorite team. They have been for a while.
Okay, all right. This is the last thing I'll say, but I think that's incredible, because I have other favorite teams too. So I love the Cardinals, but I also pay close attention to the Broncos because we have a lot of family in Colorado. I used to watch the Texans, funny enough, for DeAndre Hopkins, so now I don't have to do that anymore. But I totally love that, because I just love the game. So I love watching different teams, but obviously Cardinals are day one. And we're going to the Super Bowl this year because we got to get Larry his ring. Facts.
Like, I like the Cardinals, then the Packers because my mom's from Wisconsin. Then the Chiefs because when I was 7, I thought they were cool. And then the Seahawks because they beat the Broncos in the Super Bowl that one time. And my mom wanted the Broncos to win, so I wanted the Seahawks to win. And that's it.
All right. Well, it's been nice talking to you, Addie. I'm going to turn you over to Brian, but really, really good stuff. All right. B. Sweens.
Yeah. Thank you, Joey. That was awesome. Joey's awesome. Okay, so I'll just close with the final question that you sent out, which Joey started talking about already with you, which is staying motivated during this time. You specifically referenced TikTok and just how do I stay motivated to not sit and just do that all day? Okay, so we'll talk about TikTok separately, but my answer is pretty simple. I don't know. Here's what we need to figure out. You need to figure out what motivates you, what you're passionate about. So if you can figure out in your life what your grand goal is, your grand vision, where you want to head, then all of a sudden you can get excited about that each day and start working towards it. So if it is acting, if it's whatever, then you go, okay, I want to make this happen. Since that's the case, I have to do this, this, and this. I've got to make this stuff happen in order to get the thing that I want. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come in and you're going to do the same thing for your life. So right now I'll ask you, in your life, what are you passionate about?
Well, I like acting a lot.
Okay.
And I like reading. I don't know. I don't like. There's not a lot of things I'm really passionate about.
Do you want to be an actress?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that look like for you in your mind?
Being in movies, being successful, just like doing generally like really good.
Okay. Do you love just acting, just being on stage, performing, doing movies, scripts, creating, editing videos like you did for us? What do you just enjoy the process of doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you love it, and I think you do, Addie, I really do. You have a real passion for it, and it shows when you perform something and work on something. You have to work extremely hard. That's the truth. So if you want to be an actress and really want to be an actress, I'll tell you there's just straight up factual truth here, okay? You're in one of the hardest industries in the world. You are always going to be looking for your job. You're going to finish a project, and then as soon as that project's finished, you have to start working on finding another project. It's extremely challenging and arduous. However, if you love it, there's nothing like it in the world. It's this amazing thing where you get to take someone's story and bring it to life. You get to say, hey, this is somebody's vision and somebody's idea that they want the world to hear. And I get to be a part of making their message be heard. And if you're excited about that, then when you're thinking about doing other things, realize that, hey, if I actually want this, I have to work harder than everybody else. I have to. And I'm doing it because I love it. So even the work that is annoying work, you begin to love. So I'll tell you, memorizing lines can be arduous and not fun at all. Can be. However, if we change our approach and just get excited about what we're doing and how much we love it, that changes. So I was just in master class, and I was behind on my lines, so I had to get ahead or catch up. And, you know, when I sat down and started writing them out using the letters and, like, really mapping it out, I found that I was actually enjoying that part of the process. Because I realized, hey, in order for me to be the best scene partner I can be, do the best I can do, I have to do this, right? I have to. This has to be out of the way. And so then it became exciting because I couldn't wait to get that done so I could move on to the next thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So right now, what acting are you doing every single day?
I try to remember to practice my script even though I can't say like concentrate on it. I like Google stuff like challenges I guess to do when I sometimes, and it's just like different things.
Okay. So both of those, that's a try to. I want you to just say I'm going to. And hey, by the way, you're talking about the king of not focus here. All right? I have a really hard time with focus. Joey will tell you, Matt will tell you, everybody will tell you, okay? So what you have to do is you have to be disciplined on yourself that no matter how unfocused you start to become, you're going to sit down and you're going to do what you said you're going to do. So when it comes to lines, are you fully memorized on the Happy Gilmore one yet?
I think I am.
Okay. Can you go ahead?
I'm not positive. Like there's places where I'm kind of confused, but like other than, like I'm mostly good.
Okay, so you're mostly good. So you're not there yet.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
But you can get there still. So right now, I'll tell you, if you walk into class without it there, then we're not going to be able to do the work we want to do to make you a better actress. So then all of a sudden you go, oh man, I have to work even harder. Joey, for example, they rewrote their whole scene and he stayed up 6 hours with his partner after we worked all day at the studio to get his stuff memorized so that they could give a great performance, and they did. So my challenge here to you, Addie, starts right now with this monologue that you have right now. Stop making excuses for yourself because, Addie, you're better than you think you are. You're better than you think you are. You are a good actress. You have, like, when you brought that piece to me, I was so excited to see you do it specifically because of the energy you bring to a room. So I was like, yes. And so I, as a coach, am dying for you to get off book fully to the point where you could throw the ball and not think about it, because I want to coach you through that piece. So when it comes to motivation, you need to stop making excuses for yourself. That's it. You go, I'm not going to say that I'm kind of here or kind of there. I'm either there or I'm not there. And let me make it happen. Are you following me on this? Are you in tomorrow's class or tonight's? I can't remember.
Tonight.
Okay. So for today, until class, several times today, I'd go back through your trouble spots over and over. And then when we get to class, you'll release it. You'll release it, and wherever you are, you are. And for next week, every single day, I want you to put in at least 10 minutes on just purely working your lines every day. 10 minutes at least. And you've got the time. That's what you're saying. Like, so Joey mentioned scheduling. Schedule it in for yourself. Like tonight at class, 6 o'clock, you're showing up. Why? Because it's a timed thing that you have to do. You get to do it. In the same way, do that for yourself in your lines, in your memorization, in your character work for improv. Like, schedule yourself 30 minutes or whatever and go, I'm not allowed to do anything else but work on my monologue right now. That's it. I can't use my phone. I put your phone in the other room. Like, I would print out your script so it's not on your phone, and I would put your phone in the other room. Because, let's be honest, that thing is full of so many daily distractions. Just notification after notification after notification, right? And then when it comes to TikTok, I love TikTok. We know this, right? You enjoy it, I'm sure, or you wouldn't watch it for that long. It's okay to watch those videos. It's okay to do that. So a suggestion I gave someone the other day was the same deal. Put a timer on yourself. 15 minutes. I'm gonna watch TikTok for 15 minutes because I enjoy it. It makes me laugh. It puts me in a good mood. Cool. Do that. And then as soon as your timer goes off on your phone, you got to be disciplined and put it down. Because here's the thing. Are you making videos on there too?
No.
Are you allowed to?
I just don't really want to.
Okay.
Like, I want to make videos, but like I don't really want like social media because like when I had Instagram, I kind of deleted it.
Okay.
Like kind of like it's not on my phone, but I still have an account that I look at sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I cared too much about who followed me, and it's just I didn't like that, so I'm not making an account because I don't really want that.
Okay. That makes sense to me. So if you feel that that's the case where you're going to get too involved in people following you, don't worry about it. Make content anyway. Make it for you. Make it so that you get to create sketches and get better at that. So one of the things I've committed to right now is I want to start making some sort of little video thing a day for fun. So I decided sometimes I'll post it, sometimes I won't, but I'll do it. I'll make one so that I can do that because I enjoy it. And so that's working on my acting. It's working on your acting. If you just grab the phone and just create a little sketch, like the editing video you said you did it because you were bored, but hey, that's you getting better. So you have to get excited about growing because you see your vision of being an actress and making this your thing. And I'm telling you, Addie, anyone can do it. It's just a lot of work. So if you love it, you get excited about the work.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling?
Good.
This registering for you?
Yeah.
Hits home a little bit?
Yeah.
What are you feeling?
No, it's giving me things. This is giving me like things to do. It's like reminding me, like, I don't know. I feel like after this, I have things to do and like just need to remember.
Okay. Do you have like a whiteboard or something you can put up in your room somewhere that would remind you of the things you have to do?
No.
Okay. So I would write them out on a paper or something, and I would put them somewhere where you're going to see them every day.
I have a George Washington.
Love that. Put it next to George.
Yeah.
Wherever you're going to see
George
it.
is cool.
Wherever you're going to see it. Like,
I see George a lot.
You do? Take him with you
yeah.
just everywhere? Kitchen, whatever?
Yeah. He makes ramen with me sometimes.
It's awesome. Joey, I heard you talking with him about ramen earlier, and that. So, yeah. So I would literally put it up somewhere in your room, like, just you can put down all of those things. We can put down for acting, like working on my monologue, and there could be 2 different times in the day when you work on your monologue, 3 even, where one is like purely just memorization. Like, I spend a little time just memorizing. Another one is I start looking at the emotions and imagining them, because I know that's a big thing we've been working in class, is imagination and visualizing along with the story. And you could just put these points in. So I would literally go, what time do I usually wake up? Let me pick a time that I want to. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm just going to choose that that's when I'm going to start getting up and doing stuff. And create a little schedule for yourself. Have this thing written out next to George.
Yeah, I put a little post-it note that says work on a monologue.
There you go. Okay. And now somewhere else too, I would put a full little list and make a little checklist, literally a checklist that you go up and you look at. And if you want, you could put 7 boxes on it, and you have to check the box. Like, that helps me. I don't know what it is about checking a box. There was something about checking a box. Like on ours, one of mine is put your clothes out for the next day. If I do that, when I was doing this checkbox system, I would check it and it's like, yeah, I checked the box, you know? So something like that will help you a lot, Addie. So get after it for today. Super excited for you. It's just a choice. It comes down to that. See that girl. See you 10 years from now continuing to be an actress and being great. And what do you see? And if that's what you want, you've got to work to get there. And that gives you reason to get up and do it. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Addie. So awesome having you on the show. Joey, come over here with me. We'll close out here. So you can say bye to Addie real quick.
Goodbye, Eddie.
Thank you.
All right.
Guys, thank you so much for being here on Teen Quarantine. We appreciate you. It's up here now?
That camera.
Guys, thank you so much for being on Teen Quarantine. Thank you. It's this camera. We are learning. So we are here every single day, 2 o'clock. So like, follow, subscribe. We would love to hear from you. If you're interested in being on the show, you got some stuff going on, and you just like some advice, reach out to us at the studio, and we would love to have you on. Thank you. And